It's day 121. I am coming on now because I have um, just had an interaction that I don't think I handled myself very well at the beginning. Um, but they, so so basically I watched a video, and in this video it made two quotes. And these two quotes were part of another Instagram follower. It's part of their merch brand. And I was just like, if they'd have just said one, I'd have thought, oh, that's just coincidence. But the fact that he used two of these, like two of his slogans in this video. So I just left a post saying, it's really sad when you see creators not cite original material. It would be good to, it's a shame, to try and be original and things like that. They responded, which to be honest I didn't think they would. It was just a kind of a call out, because the person whose sort of slogans they'd quoted, I've got a huge amount of respect for. Their journey has been absolutely phenomenal, and I'm a great believer in, if you see people who have fought hard to get places, and you see other people disregarding that in some respect, or disrespecting that, or essentially stealing their slogans, I mean, then you should stand up. And that's basically what I did. I just left a little comment to say it's such a shame that you didn't cite the original people. They came back because it was about, I don't know, 20-second long video, and the beginning was kind of like them talking about their day, and then it was like, don't be a something, and be a something. And it was the way that like I said, he used these two terms that this other Instagram user does. So I was just like, such a shame that your message is tarnished with not citing the people, the quotes that you've used in your video. And he came back, was like, there's millions of Instagram accounts, I have no idea what you're going on about, I was just talking about my day. And I was like, I'd left his comment this morning when I was in a bit more of a kind of like fiery mood. So I just went back to, I replied to the message and was just like, look, I'm reading my message back now, and I could have maybe said it in a more politically, in a politer way. No excuse, it's no excuse, but I but I am going through stuff at the moment. But yeah, and I apologise for the way I worded it. It's no excuse. And then I cited who it was and just said it. I thought it was thought it was just a bit too much of a coincidence that you used this term and this term. And then I cited whose merch that is related to. I said it just seemed too coincidental, but I'm sorry, no hate intended. I'll be kinder with my words next time, sorry, type of thing. Now this account who I'd done this on is someone who I also quite respected. Their posts were, they call themselves like a life coach and support coach, and at that stage I would probably read that and go, shit, someone's having a bad time, because they talk about this like, hurt people and all that shit. And I'm not making any excuses for my actions, but I just don't like seeing other people getting ripped off. And what I was expecting them to come back with is, cool, I didn't realise, lesson learnt type of thing, or thanks for explaining, sorry you're going through a tough time, or even just no reply. But he literally just came back going, they don't own these words, and citing when this word was first used in the English language, and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, I've literally just said I'm going through a tough time. It's no excuse, but I'm sorry, I'll be kinder. So I'd made an apology, and they still kept on. And it's just like, I get it. I get that, I called you out, you called me out, I apologised. It would have been nice for you to kind of go, look, I've called you out, you've called me out, we've both now learnt something here. That's it, let's move on. But just the whole comeback, and I was just like, it made me pause for a minute and go, I wonder how many other accounts are on Instagram citing all this, follow, do what I say and stuff, when actually they don't do it themselves. And it just really kind of got to me, and I was like, I got to get on and talk about this, because I'm just, yeah, it's put me in a bit of a shitty mood. Because I'm just like, someone's apologised and said, look, no excuse, but I'm just going through a bit of a tough time and I don't like seeing people getting ripped off. And it just seemed all too much of a coincidence that you used two of their, I mean, they've only got about 6 or 7 slogans, and it was just funny how he used 2 of them in one video. And all he could have just gone away and looked at the links that I'd sent and gone, shit, yeah, I have used 2 terminologies that this other account has spent, a long time building and getting to where they were, and just kind of going, cool, thanks, you've taught me something, apology accepted type of thing. But yeah, it was just the whole bounce back with kind of like quoted, like, well, the English language quote, and I'm just like, fuck off. Like, that and the 2 slogans he used are not even things that you would think to put together. They are quite unique in the slogan, and it was just an eye-opener to make me think, God, I wonder how many other Instagram accounts, people who are like, all these life coaches and stuff, that don't actually practice what they preach, when they're good at telling people what to do, but they're not good at taking their own advice. Because that could have just been handled in a much better way. He could have private messaged and said, he could have done anything other than just like starting to cite when the words were used and stuff like that. So yeah, it just pissed me off a bit. So I've done what they say you should do. I've deleted my comment, I've blocked them, I've walked away. I'm not going to get into an argument. I'd apologised. They didn't obviously want to accept my apology, so fuck you. I guess that's how it goes. Other than that, I had a driving lesson today, which was a lot better, although nearly got into a collision with some dick-ass van on a roundabout. However, my driving instructor was like, you didn't crack after that. And I was like, well, it wasn't my fault. Like, if I put myself in a position where, I've done something wrong, then yeah, of course I'm going to stress and panic, because I'm going to think, shit, I caused that. But I was in my lane, they cut into my lane, I slowed down, I allowed them time, and they just kept coming. And yeah, so I had to slam my brakes on, emergency stop. They slammed their brakes on. Do you know what? It is what it is today. That's really fucking just put me in a mood. Like, I've got to just remember all these things are lessons. Like, what is this trying to teach me? This is trying to teach me that people are gonna say and do. My lesson, my learning today is, people are gonna say and do things when they're from a place of hurt, and there is a opportunity for that person to bite back. Not everyone is always going to be the same as you weren't, Stacey. You didn't read that and think, oh, does this person know that they've used 2 slogans from an account that have worked really hard to get where they are? So yeah, you could have done something better, but your lesson is that even sometimes when you apologise, people are still going to want to just keep the fight going, and there's nothing wrong with just, and just walking away. Like, I don't want to get into an argument. I said what I said, they said what they said, I apologised, and they wanted to carry it on, so I just left it. Quote for today. Let's see. I don't think I've liked anything. What day is it? It's the 25th. No, I don't think I have. So let's just quickly go on and see if there's anything on here. Let's turn this down. I need to just not get involved in shit like that. I'm just going to use this one. So it says, if you're reading this, you'll be fine. Money will come, love will find you, life will turn out a lot better than you imagined. Keep your head up. Your best days are manifesting from the universe. Let's fucking hope so. Because as of right at this moment, I'm feeling... yeah. I just hate people being screwed over. I just know how hard this other account has worked to build their brand, to build their slogans, and to just have someone else who's has a much bigger following just use those slogans without any comprehension. Like I love the internet for bringing together communities and allowing you to stay connected with people all across the world. But I despise it for the fact that people just don't take fucking accountability for their actions. Like that, there's no possible way, there is absolutely no possible way that these two slogans that he used, and I think do you know what I think sparked it is yesterday, I think it was yesterday, there's an artist that I follow, and he posted something that basically, let me see if I can find him. Where is he? Oh, what's his name? Fuck. Where is it? Where is he? Oh, for God's sake. So fat sausage fingers. Oh, I know what it is. It's NIC. No. NIK. No. Oh, for God's sake. He's got to have posted. But anyway, this account I follow, he is an artist, and he posted a let me see, I've got to find him. He's got to have posted something. He always does. Come on. There he is. Oh, nice. Yeah, so they're still up. So it's basically he was posting like all these accounts that are and like this is what stealing looks like, and all these different accounts that are selling his work, like that none of them are, he's not getting anything for, and he made a post like this is what stealing is. Let me see. Yeah, so this is his original art, and then these are all the accounts like Temu, Etsy, Pinterest, Deli Cards, like all these different, and it's like get the real deal at, and then his email address, and it's just like I encourage you to support independent artists and their families by buying directly and not cheap bootlegs of their work peddled by shameless thieves. It's how artists make a living. It's more, and I get that this other account was not selling anything, but it's still promoting their account using someone else's slogans. And like I said, these two slogans aren't just things that you could accidentally say. Like, they are very niche slogans. And if it had just been one, I'd have got it. But the fact that it was two, and I was like, no, I'm going to stand up for this other person, because I have followed them for well over a year, like from the very beginning, when before they even started doing merch. And just looked down because I actually wore his hoodie on my driving lesson today, because I was like, I need some good luck and I'm going to wear his hoodie. And I just looked down because I couldn't remember if I'd changed out of it, but I have. And I just wanted to stand up for them. But yeah, it's sometimes you can't argue with stupid. And it just frustrates me that this person whose content I used to enjoy watching, clearly didn't want to gain an understanding of what it was I was trying to say, even though I could have said it in a better way. They just wanted to continue to argue their point, which they'd already made their point. They'd already said, oh, I didn't realise. And that's why I was like, oh, these are the accounts, what I'm talking about. Yeah. I just hate people getting fucking screwed over. I hate people working their asses off and other people just swiping in at the final stage and like crossing the finish line without doing any of the work. Like the traction that this post had got had thousands of comments, people going, oh, that's a really cute slogan, that's cute. And I'm just like, you haven't cited where you got it from. And just pissed me off a bit. So anyway, my happiness today is that I avoided a collision. Had to do a semi-emergency stop, although I was fucking pissed off that I stalled the car. Although it was kind of middle of a really busy roundabout, from coming with one A road off it, one motorway off it, like one slip road to a motorway. So it was a pretty heavy roundabout. Thankfully it was at silly o'clock in the day, so it wasn't as busy as it would be at my usual time. And yeah, traffic was moving quite sort of reasonably slowly, but I still had to kind of slam my brakes on. And thankfully Steve gave some some verbal pleasantries to the driver, and I was just like, yeah, what he said. And that's why I love him so much. Like, honestly, I got out the car and I came around and I just gave him a massive hug, and I was like, thank you so much. And it was just, yeah. You know, normally sometimes you hug someone and you can feel them want to let you go. And I kind of like, I went to try and get away and he didn't let go. And I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to go with it. And I honestly, I really needed that hug. I know. Just fucking hate people getting... I just know how hard he's worked, and I just hate people just fucking taking the piss out of people. Hate it. Anyway, my gratitude today is for... my gratitude today is for... do you know what my gratitude today is for? A lot of things. It's for having such an awesome driving instructor, having the courage to apologise on a post that had thousands of comments that someone would see, but having the creator clearly show their side of things by wanting to just keep the fight going. So I'm grateful that I'm the bigger person to just go, do you know what, I'm out. You can just argue with yourself. I'm out. Like, I am grateful for... I'm grateful that it didn't rain. It rained for a few moments whilst I was out. I woke up in the morning this morning and it was beautiful sunshine, and then it went really dark and then it rained, and I was like, fuck's sake. But then come the time to go out in the car, it stopped raining. It rained spotted a little bit for a couple of times, but apart from that, it was pretty dry and the sun was shining. And then I got into my jammies, and by the time I got changed and got some dinner going, it got so dark and it was chucking it down with rain, and I was like, thank you. So I'm so grateful that it didn't rain for the 2 hours that I was out driving. I just don't think I could have coped with that on top of everything else. So that's it. That's my gratitude. My learning is you can't fight with stupid, and sometimes even though you want to stand up and fight someone's battles, you have to just step away when you clearly ain't going to win. I need to just let karma do her work. My happiness is that I avoided a collision today, and yeah, I'm grateful that it didn't rain on my lesson, and that's it. Stacey, some of me wants to say that this wouldn't have happened if you hadn't have made the comment that you did, but I still don't feel like I was in the wrong for kind of calling someone out and saying it'd be good if you could cite the person whose quotes you used in the video. Like, I still stand by that. But yeah, you did apologise and say, I you know, I could have worded it better and I'll be more careful with my words next time. And, you know, said I'm sorry. And that's all you can do. You can just learn from this, that, you know, I mean, I didn't expect this person to reply. I expected them to maybe read it and kind of go, okay, yeah, recognise what they'd done. Like I said, I would put my life on he knew exactly what he was doing. Like I said, these 2 quotes that he used are so unique. They're so unique. Like, it's literally like taking 2 completely random words and using them together twice and having both of those 2 random phrases linked to such. So it's like me saying green phone and sausage pillowcase, and that's my brand, and this person in their quote says green phone and sausage pillowcase. Like, it, what are the chances? What are the chances? Like, it just, yeah. But you've learned from it. Be a better person next time. Learn to pick your battles. Learn to walk away. Learn that not every fight is yours to fight. As difficult it is to see people getting trod on and stepped over, do what you can. But yeah, sometimes you're just going to have to accept that, yeah, you're not going to be big enough or strong enough to do what's needed. So yeah, you're going to have to learn to suck it up, girl. But anyway, I love you. I'm proud of you. Yeah. I just need to start preparing myself. Like, I need to start, I don't know what I need to start doing. I just know I'm not in the mood for it today. So Stacey, I love you. I'm proud of you. Try and get a good night's sleep. That's it. Yeah, that's it. You tried. You can't teach stupid. So anyway, I love you and stay cookie.